Alright, what's up YouTube? It's Topher here again. I'm bringing you a mid-replay commentary of Gragas. Right now I think Gragas is a really strong champion mid lane. He brings a lot to team fights as well as a lot of lane presence. So today I'm going against an Ahri mid lane, and I'm going to show you what I do to try to give her a bad time in lane. As well as how good Gragas is in team fights. Gragas right now is actually, he's played a lot, and this is one of the reasons why you can use Gragas to carry games, guys, and this is pretty much how you're gonna do it. As you can see, our Callie is kind of she has a really bad game. She picked a Callie into Garen, which I don't know why she would do that, but she's also never played a Callie before, so she has a really bad game. But still, you know, this game pretty much is a 4 versus 5, and we still end up winning it just because of I'm not gonna say just because of my Gragas play, but as you can see, my Gragas play does influence a lot of team fights. And the good thing about Gragas, guys, is he has a lot of utility. He has good escape. He has a good engage. His ultimate is really strong. You can change the position of the enemy team, which is very, very helpful. You can, you know, if they dive your carry, you can, you know, push them off your carry. You can pull their carry into your team. He just has a lot of utility, and it's very good in team fights. So as you can see here, Gragas is a very mana intensive champion. 1 Q at level 1 takes 80 mana, and he only has, you know, about 260 or 300 mana at level 1, so he really can't throw that many Qs. So you don't really want to use your Q that much to try to harass the enemy champion. You really want to use your Q to farm, especially when you're going against somebody like Ahri, who's a ranged champion. You just want to use your Q to farm. I do try to poke her with my Q, but I'm also, when I'm trying to poke her with my Q, I'm actually trying to hit the minions with my Q as well. Let me turn off the fog of war here, guys. I'm sorry. So Lee Sin comes for a gank on me, but let me back this up. Using my escape ability, this is what's really good about Gragas, is I don't have to burn my flash if I don't have to. You can get out using your E. So I still have my flash right now, and Ahri still has hers. But with that gank, you know, a lot of times, if you're not playing Gragas mid lane, if you're playing anybody else besides Ahri or Gragas, you're gonna have to burn your flash there to get away from that Lee Sin gank. But fortunately, you know, Gragas does have a lot of utility, and I'm gonna use that to my advantage. So here we go. Ahri starting to push the wave to me. I don't know why. She's really not trying to farm. She's trying to harass me more than farm, which is, I guess, is good if she's trying to push the lane to me. But the really good thing about Gragas is he has a really good poke, and he has really good wave clear from his Q. So as you can see, I'm 20 CS up on Ahri right now, and again, I'm using my Q to try to poke her, but I'm also throwing it. As you can see, anytime I throw my Q at the minion wave, at the caster minions, if she's close by, boom, see, I get the poke on her, but I also get the minion wave. And that's my job. I'm not trying to just poke her. I'm trying to farm the minion wave. But if she's, you know, if she happens to sit there at the caster minions, then I'm gonna, you know, obviously take the poke on her as well as clearing the wave. So again, I'm about 20 CS up on Ahri now. Again, I'm farming the minion wave with my Q and trying to poke her. She keeps, let me back this up and show you my failed attempt at killing Ahri. So I'm waiting for level 6, because the beauty of Gragas is at level 6, let me just pause that. At level 6, he has really high kill potential because his ultimate does a lot of damage, as well as knocks them in any directions you want. You can knock them towards you, away from you, you know, wherever you need them to be. So I pick up 6 before Ahri here just because I'm farming a little bit better than her, and I'm gonna actually look for a kill on her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ult behind her, make sure the damage, as you can see, boom, the damage. And this was my failed attempt. I went to E her, but I was too close to the minion wave, so I actually ended up Eing the minion wave instead of her. So I wasn't able to pick up the kill on her. If I was able to E her, she would have been dead, because your E, when you land your E on an opponent, it slows their movement speed. So it allows you to, you can ult, E into them, slow their movement speed, and it allows you to land a good barrel. You can land your Q, and all that combo plus an ignite is normally a guaranteed kill. Another good thing about Gragas, guys, is he has a spell. It's his W that is Drunken Rage. It's a really good spell because when you channel it, he gains 30 mana while channeling, which is really good because, again, he's a mana-intensive champion. But it also increases his physical attack damage, which is going to stack with your E. And it also reduces your damage that you take by 10%. And that lasts for 20 seconds, guys. That's a long time to have that kind of buff, to have a damage reduction buff of 10%. So it really lets you trade in the lane a lot more than a lot of champions. As you can see, your E stacks with your attack damage as well as your magic damage. So having that W proc on your E, it helps you out a lot. Does a lot of extra damage. So we're going to speed up here. I go back and buy a chalice because one of the first items you want to put on Gragas, especially if you're laning against an AP champion like Ahri, you want to get your Athene's Unholy Grail, because one, it gives you a lot of magic resistance, but it also gives you mana regen, which is really important on Gragas, because that mana regen coupled with your W, you can pretty much just stay in the lane a long time using your W and your Q to farm. Again, I'm actually looking to zone Ahri out of this wave right now. As you can see, I'm about 30 CS ahead of her. And I'm still trying to use my Q to farm, but I'm also trying to use my Q to poke now that I have magic resistance. And also with the changes to Gragas' E, you can E into a group of minions and it does the same amount of damage. It only used to do, it would do the main damage to the first minion hit, and then it would do a percentage of damage to the rest. Now it does full damage to all. So when she's around, if she's close to minions, I'm looking to E into the minions, and it also does damage to her as well. Now here we go, guys. Let me just back this up. Here's another good thing about Gragas is you can use your Q, just like your ult, you can use your Q to zone them where you want them. Right now I use my Q to push Ahri from going from behind the turret, and that one doesn't really matter, but here's where I'm looking to kill Ahri right here. So I'm going to use my Q so she can't go back to the turret. So when I see she can't go back to the turret, I'm going to E her to slow her movement, and then I'm going to ult her so she can't ult back to the turret, guys. Then she's going to use her ultimate to get away. And here's the misplay that she makes. She tried to ult back into me to do extra damage. The only bad thing is she's really low on health. She does get really lucky here though, because I flash and try to E her and she makes a good flash there. So it was a good flash by her, but it should have been a kill by me. So it wasn't really a misplay on my part, it was just a really good play on Ahri's part. I did everything I needed to do there. I zoned her away from the turret, I knocked her back into me so she couldn't ult away, and then I even flash E'd, but she again picked up a good flash. But here's the good thing about Gragas. I blew her ultimate and I blew her flash, so now Ahri has no escape. So if my jungler was smart, because I told him that she has no flash and no ult, if my jungler was smart, he would camp mid for the next 5 minutes. But since Akali's doing so bad, as you can see, she's 0-3. Since she's doing so bad, he's kind of having to babysit top. So Garen doesn't get any more fat than what he already is. But when Ahri has no flash, it's really good, because once she uses her ultimate, she has no escape, and Gragas still has an escape with his E. So even though I blew my flash there, it's okay because I can still E in and out if I need to. So again, as you can see, I got pretty much double Ahri CS. She does pick up a blue buff. I don't get blue buff, but it's okay because I got my Chalice, and I'm working on my Athene's Unholy Grail to sustain my mana in lane. As you can see here, Lee Sin makes a really good gank, but using my E, I'm actually able to get away from it, and that's another good thing to Gragas, guys. Even though I blew my flash, Lee Sin did the right thing by ganking the lane, but as when you play with Gragas, you still have an escape with your E. So it's okay that you blow your flash sometimes to try to get a kill, because you still have your E to get away if need be. So Lee Sin's doing the right thing. He knows my flash is down. He's trying to babysit the lane. But again, I'm just using my E to get away from him every time. It's on a low cooldown, so you can use it pretty much, you know, E to get away from his gank, and by the time he comes back, E will be up as well. You never want to use your E unless you're either sure you're not going to get ganked, or you're sure that you can get out of a gank, or, excuse me, you're trying to pick up a kill. As you can see, Akali's 0-5. She's having a really bad game. So I'm not looking to roam here. I'm looking to stay in my lane, get as fat as possible, which Gragas is already pretty fat, so good for me. But I'm looking to get as big as possible so I can try to carry this game. That's my goal. You know, I'm looking at my team right now. I'm like, okay, Thresh is 0-3, Silver's 2-3, and Akali's 0-5. You know, I'm gonna have to carry this game if I want to win this game. So that's the goal. Alright, let me back this up here because this is a really good thing to show you about Gragas. So right now, Lee Sin is in the lane. He's kind of showing himself. I got Akali and Trundle coming down. Garen is following Akali down, so here comes Ahri for a gank. She lands a good snare on me, but using my ultimate, one more time. Use my ultimate, guys. I'm able to get out of this gank and actually turn it in our favor. As you can see right here, Ahri's gonna land a good snare on me, and here comes Akali. And Garen's coming up behind her. Using my ult, I push Garen away. I push Lee Sin into my turret, and Ahri is back here with no mana. She has no mana after she blew everything. So here we go. Fast forward in. Lee Sin's gonna W out. Trundle comes in for the gank, and I see that Ahri has no mana, and Trundle sees that Ahri has no mana. So right now she really can't contribute to this team fight at all. We're gonna use that to our advantage, excuse me, and we're gonna go in here on Lee Sin and Ahri. Now Garen flashes to kill Akali, which really doesn't matter. I'm gonna use my Q to kill Ahri. Lee Sin's gonna flash away, and I'm gonna actually use my flash here to pick up the kill on Lee Sin, so Trundle doesn't get it. The reason why I did that, guys, is because, again, I'm looking to carry this game. The only way I'm going to be able to carry this game is to get kills and to farm champions. Excuse me. So, as soon as I see that Lee Sin's low, I know that it's going to be a shutdown if I kill him. So, again, I'm going in to try to kill him. I make sure Trundle gets out there, and as soon as Trundle gets out, I get out. And that was just a two for one trade at mid lane, using my ultimate to displace their team, so they all couldn't coordinate their skills. And that's the good thing about Gragas, guys. You can use that ultimate, his explosive cast, to reposition their team, and that's like the main thing you want to do in a team fight. You want to make sure that they're not grouped up, that they're not getting off all their spells, you know, to sway these team fights. So as you can see right now, it's 16-7 in team kills, and they're up about 2,500 gold. So right now, we're actually not doing that great. But I'm going to show you, and Akali is 0-6. But I'm going to show you how, by playing the lane right with Gragas, playing kind of safe but aggressive at times, you can sway this game in your favor. So Akali goes in on Ahri, I don't know why. Lee Sin comes down for a really good gank. He's ganking from really good spots because I'm warding the bush, but he's coming over the bush from the top. So I'm just looking to, again, farm the wave and poke Ahri every time she comes. She has a tendency to come behind the caster minions, so I keep just queuing the caster minions to pick up the poke on her. So Garen's here, Lee Sin's probably around here as well. And we know they're looking to try to fight us again at mid. So here we go, Garen's gonna come in. Lee Sin's gonna come in. I'm gonna throw my Q down and I'm gonna throw my ult on Ahri to instantly kill her down. So it turns the fight from a 3 versus 2 into a 2 versus 2. And then Lee Sin has no energy, and that's what I'm looking at, guys. I'm looking at he has no energy, so I'm like, okay, if Trundle wants to fight this, I'm gonna go in. So I E and Q Lee Sin. He's, again, guys, is gonna slow him down so I can land my Q so he can't run away from it. So I EQ him, and as you can see, the damage on the EQ combo from Gragas is insane. Lee Sin was at about half life, and then he instantly died when I EQ'd him. So there was another 3 versus 2 fight, using my ultimate, using my Q. We're able to sway it again for a 2-0 trade, and we ended up winning that fight. So right now, it's 16-10, and we're starting, if you can't see, we're starting to come back in this game. Even though Akali's 0-6, we're still starting to come back from this game. And now we're actually up in gold. We were down 2,500 gold about 2 minutes ago, and now we're actually up by about 500. And here's, let me talk a little bit about Garen and why he made a mistake this game. If you're top lane, guys, and you're winning that hard, I mean, he was 3-0 by the time, by like 10 minutes, he's 3-0, and he already took top turret. When you're winning that hard, guys, stay top lane. Garen makes a big mistake by roaming down. He loses out on a lot of farm, and he loses out on a lot of experience by trying to roam down and pick up kills. He tried to roam down twice, and both times he roamed mid, they didn't get a single kill on us, and we ended up killing 2 of them every single time. So it was a failed gank every time on Garen's part. Excuse me. So again, when you're winning top that hard, what your goal is to make the enemy team make a decision. Either they're gonna come top and try to bail out the top laner, or they're gonna push and let you split push the lane. But because Garen didn't do that, because he didn't stay top, he had no split push potential, and he tried to roam mid, and we ended up with 2 kills, so it really didn't help him out. Here comes Lee Sin for a gank. Again, guys, this is this is the beauty of Gragas. So my flash is down because I used it on Lee Sin to get that kill. But here comes Lee Sin for another good gank. But again, I'm able to use my ultimate. He's looking to kick me back into Ahri. So right when he repositions to kick me into Ahri, my flash comes up, so I'm able to ult Lee Sin away from me, and then flash out, and then E out when it comes up to get out of this team fight. So again, there's another unsuccessful gank by Lee Sin. Lee Sin hasn't successfully ganked my lane once. I'm 4-0 right now. I finished my Athene's Unholy Grail, and I'm working towards my death cap. Those 2 items on Gragas are really super strong. You want to make sure you get your Athene's Unholy Grail, and you want to make sure you get your death cap. Your damage spikes so high whenever you get that. So they do pick up mid turret here on us, and we haven't got theirs yet, but it's kind of low, and we're looking at team fight here. It's a 4 versus 3. I'm going to go on to Varus here, slow him, and then ult him to instantly kill him and take him out of the team fight. And by the time their team groups up, we are too strong for us. They had to back out. Now they're still looking to skirmish, and I'm just looking to push the tower. Tower's low, me and Silver's gonna take it down, and then we're gonna look at the team fight. I see Ahri out of position here. Let me slow this down and back this up. Push your advantages, guys, in mid lane, in any lane. You want to push your advantages. You want to take the turret first, since they're not around. But here comes Ahri now. I'm gonna Q her for the I miss her with the Q on the damage, but my E is gonna slow her down, and my ignite is gonna take care of her. So she dies. Thresh actually gets the kill. But my ignite would have finished her off. It was just, I guess Thresh was just kill securing, which is fine to do. But as you can see, Ahri can't get away from me because I E her and it slows her down. Again, there goes Gragas' excellent utility to slow and to use his ultimate to displace people into fights. So let's speed it up here. again, we're still not ahead in team kills, but we are ahead in team gold, and we're looking, you know, we're coming back from this game. Using, you know, my ultimate, using our excellent team fight ability, we're able to come back on these fights. Let me back this up. Okay, so let me drop this down. Thrush lands a good hook on Ahri, and that's my cue to go in. I'm gonna use my E to try to slow her, but she ults away. Whenever she ults twice, I use my ultimate because, as you can see here, let me back it up one more time, guys. Whenever Ahri has 3 charges on her ultimate, whenever she uses 2, she only has 1 left. So whenever I throw my ultimate on her and push her back, even though she ults away, she still doesn't get far away because I was able to displace her in the team fight. And that's, again, that's the beauty of Gragas. So she ults once, Thrush flays her for the second one, and then I knock her back with my ultimate for the third one. So easy barrel is going to pick her up, but again, she just turns from it, and Trundle ends up picking the kill up. And then we just go on Garen here and try to get the kill on Garen. Again, my E is going to slow Garen and allow Sivir to pick this up. As soon as we kill Garen, now that they have no tank, we're just gonna take the turret down and push our advantages again, making sure you push your advantages. We pick up the turret there and we back off. Lee Sin's trying to split push. He does get the turret, and then we go to kill him. I make a bad play here. I thought my team would collapse on him faster than what they did. Lee Sin actually ends up picking a kill up on me, which is bad of me. But we end up getting the kill on Lee Sin, and my team's gonna push the top. Now, while my team's pushing top, I want you to make note of Ahri and Varus mid. They're looking to take turrets here. So let me pause it. I go back to base. Let me bring this up and show you my buy. So I finally respawn and I buy home guards. The reason why I buy home guards, guys, is because I see Varus and I see Ahri mid, and I know that they're looking to take our inhibitor turret. I don't want to lose the inhibitor turret because, like I said, we're in a very close game right now. As you can see, it's 18-16, and we can't afford to really lose this turret. So I go back with Gragas, I get my boost, and here they go. They grab that team, I get my boost, and I buy my amp tome, and I'm coming back to change this team fight. Now here we go. I'm going to start with a Q. The Q is going to clear the minion wave, and it's also going to poke Varus. I'm going to E in and ult. Now my ult is going to push Ahri back into the turret to take the turret damage. Varus misses his ultimate, and I'm going to pick up the kill on Ahri. Now I flash here and E because I didn't want to hit the minions, so I flash E to kill Varus. So there we go, guys. It's a double kill right there, and my team is actually starting to win the team fight at bottom. At top lane. So we were actually able to get 2 turrets, and I killed both of their carries. So now the lane is going to push mid, and the lane is going to push top, because I was able to kill both their carries. Now both their carries had both of their ultimates. They had full life whenever that fight started, but that's how much damage Gragas does, guys. He puts out a lot of damage, and they weren't expecting that damage. That's why they stayed so long for the turret, trying to take the turret. But again, using his Q to clear the wave so the turret starts attacking them, and then using my ultimate to push them back into the turret is what's going to decide that fight. So it's 18-18 here. As you can see, I'm out farming Ahri by a mile. Let me back up this team fight here. I got Ahri up by about 100 CS. She's 0-5. She's having a really bad time in lane. And this team fight's going to start here. Drop this down. So the team fight starts, guys. And again, I'm using my Q to poke. Aaron and Lee Sin do the right thing by diving me, but that's just going to clump them up so Thresh can ult. So Thresh ult, Sivir's ults, and gives us the boost. And again, I'm just going to use my Q to throw out some poke. As you can see, Karma almost died. And then I'm going to use my ultimate to push Garen away from Sivir and to instantly kill Ahri. So Ahri's dead, Lee Sin's zoned out, Garen gets zoned out, and again, that's, using Gragas' ultimate to make sure that no one can dive my carry. I push him off of Sivir. Unfortunately, Akali dies, but again, you know, nothing new there because she's died a lot this game. She's 1-7, but not letting Sivir get dove on by Garen is really what the key to that team fight was. So Sivir was still able to contribute a bunch of damage, and that's the reason why we're going to take this inhibitor and take this take the turret inhibitor. I tried for blue buff here, but it's down, so I'm just gonna go back and buy, and I'm working towards a Zhonya's Hourglass. The reason why is because their team's really bursty with Ahri and Lee Sin, and I don't want to get locked down and died, because right now I'm the strongest on my team, and I'm looking to carry the game. So if I get killed, instantly get killed, that's not gonna help my team out at all. Garen's starting to dive pretty heavy. He's trying to kill as many people as we can, but he makes a bad play here. He puts himself way out of position. And we're actually able to kill Garen here, and being able to kill Garen is going to make this team fight a lot easier for us to fight, because now they have no tank. So we're getting close to the end of this game, guys. I think we might have one more team fight. I think we do. I'm about to see right here. So we're just sieging the turrets. Now, boom, you can see 1Q what it just did to Varus' life. That's how bursty Gragas is. Thresh is going to land a good hook, and I'm going to ultimate immediately to get Ahri off of me and instantly kill Varus. So Varus dies, and Ahri is, you know, trying to do her best, but again, we're just too fat right now, and that's it, guys. That's how you win games, especially mid lane with Gragas. You're gonna push your advantages mid lane. I mean, look at the final farm. I got 251 farm to Ahri's 127. So I doubled her farm output. I picked up a crap load of kills. I did make one mistake and I died one time. But that's okay, because when you're this far ahead, especially when you're that far ahead of mid lane, Ahri is a champion that roams mid. But me being able to push her around in lane so much, and me being able to outfarm her, she had no roam potential because she wasn't able to get any heavy damaging items early on. So she couldn't roam, and she couldn't pick up kills in other lanes because I pretty much kept her middle. If she did leave lane to recall or to roam, using Gragas' Q, you can really clear the wave and push the lane, and she wouldn't have been able to roam anyway, because I just would have pushed the lane and taken out the turrets. So guys, as you can see, we started this game off, we were losing pretty heavily in the beginning, but because Gragas can make plays and he can use his ultimate to change team fights, that's what you're looking to do here, guys. You're just looking to displace the enemy team with your ultimate and sway these team fights in your favor, and that's how you can win games. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Again, I'm trying to increase my YouTube fan base, and I'm looking to stream. I'm trying to stream for charities for MS and St. Jude. So anything I make, any type of money I make, is actually going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for cancer research. And so thanks, guys. Please like and subscribe to my videos, and I will be coming out with videos soon. I hope you're learning something. Thanks, and have a great day.